Hello Flosstube friends, I am Lisa and this is my channel Cross by Floss, where I talk about cross stitching and life blabbings. So welcome, this is Flosstube number 34 I believe, and it is March 14th, Sunday, and only a few more days till St. Patty's Day, which is one of my favorite holidays. Halloween, fall is like by far my favorite season. Halloween is my favorite holiday, and but St. Patty's Day comes in a pretty close second. So, and this year, who knows, might be drinking some green beer, might be drinking some green wine, definitely not green coffee. That does not seem, But the green beer, I'm all over. I do it every year. Okay, so it is a icky kind of day here today. Overcast and a little rainy, which is such a sharp contrast from yesterday where it was beautiful. It was gorgeous yesterday. It was like 64. The sun was shining. It was lovely yesterday. Just enough crispness in the air, but warm. It was lovely. And today it's Seattle, Washington weather. Anyways, it's all good. It makes it for a nice cross-stitch stay-at-home day. So, lots has happened in the last couple of weeks that I will get into. That's the blabbing part. And then I'll go into, I have haul. Oh my gosh, the haul came in. Last time I had no haul, now I have haul. And some Stitchy kindness and my projects, my works in progress, not one, but 2 finishes. And then shout out all those things and a giveaway and yada yada. So let's get into it. So in my Stitch With Me video last Sunday, I had talked about a new stitching app that I downloaded onto my iPad, and it's called Silk. I'll link it again below, but I'd linked it in my Stitch With Me video. And I just want to clarify because somebody had commented on some clarifications on the Silk app. It is only for Apple products right now, or iOS. Is that what we are? I don't know. Apple products. It's only on that as an app right now. There's no charge for the app itself. Dorothy Kanzi is the creator / owner of the Silk app, and she has beautiful designs. She's from Germany, and she's got beautiful designs, and her designs are on the Silk app. And then she's got some designers that also are on the app, and they have a few patterns on there that you can purchase. And the great thing about this app is that it immediately downloads to this app when you purchase one of the patterns that are in the store from any of the designers in the store. And then these designers also have like Etsy shops or websites that you can buy additional patterns at, because it does not seem like all of the patterns for the designers are on this store. I don't know the whole inner workings of all of that. I just know what I have done. If you are looking for an app to see what it is like, I highly recommend this Silk app if you have an Apple product and can download it onto your iPad, phone, or your computer. It is super easy to use. I started with a free pattern. I actually downloaded 3 free patterns on the site to see what it was like before I committed. And since then I've bought some patterns. So I'm really impressed. The colors are sharp, beautiful. I have no complaints. It's lovely. So I guess the only complaint I would have is that there's not more patterns because I'm greedy. So I will link that information down below, but thank you to the commenter, I don't remember your name, I'm sorry, that clarified for me what the app and where it originated from. So I really like that. And along those lines of pattern keeper, you know, apps for patterns, you guys, I need help. So I went to go and download my pattern keeper on my Kindle. The kids bought me a HD8 Kindle, and I can't seem to download Pattern Keeper. I mean, I know I'm not the most technological person in the world, but dang, isn't it supposed to be easy? Like, I can't get it. And I took it to my daughter last night. We'll talk about that in a minute. And she wasn't able to do it either, and neither was her boyfriend, mostly because they weren't capable of doing it last night. They went to a party. I did some babysitting. And so last night was probably not the best time to ask them how to do it. So Brendan is going to look it up and try and figure it out for me. But if you have some advice and can message me or something, there's some Google Silk thing that I need to download it from, but it's telling me that my Kindle is not connected to something, not internet. It's connected to internet, but it says the device is not connected to something. So help, if you have information and can help me, I would really appreciate it, because I'm lost and I need Pattern Keeper. I have so many HAEDs and big charts, and the kids specifically bought me this Kindle for Christmas so that I could get Pattern Keeper on it. So there's that. Okay, what else happened? Mr. G came home only for a day. He was just home for a day. He dropped off a load on Monday morning, and by Tuesday morning he was back out on the road. And so he was just home long enough to, you know, buy groceries and have dinner and get his laundry washed and do a couple of errands, chores around the house. Put him to work, poor guy. And then he's been gone again. So I think he'll be home on Tuesday though. Again, he'll be home Tuesday, and hopefully he'll be home for St. Patty's Day, which will be awesome, and we'll be able to celebrate. And so that'll be fun. What else happened? I have notes down here. I have to read them because I forget some of the things that I want to say. Yeah. And okay. Oh, also in my last Stitch With Me video, I showed you guys, okay, this is what happens. I am blind. Like I have, yeah, vision. I wear glasses. I need magnification. I need bifocals really bad, but I refuse to get them because that's for, quote, old people. And when the lady looked at me and kind of went, well, you are of that age now, I practically walked out of her office because I am not admitting to that yet. There's no shame, but I'm just not admitting to it. But anyways, in my Stitch With Me video, I showed you how I put my floss on the floss drops on my floss cards. And then I attempted to show you how I got the floss off of here without having to take the whole entire thing off and put it back on. In here, see these? This is the front of your card, and you should have a nice little bump in the front. And then all I do is I loosen it a little because I don't want if it's too tight and you pull it through tightly, it's going to crinkle. Like, you know how you put scissors through ribbon and it curls? Well, it's kind of the same principle with the floss. So loosen it a little bit so that you don't get as many, you know, crimps or curls or whatever in your floss. But as I was trying to show this to you, because I'm blind, I was trying to get it from here instead of my bump here. So you can do this two ways. I'm lucky and have enough nail to be able to find a floss and just pull it out. If you need to, you just, you know, get a needle and separate the floss, a strand off of there, and then you just pull it and see it comes off really nice. And see how if you had it too tight, it would, you know, crinkle up. See that right there? It would crinkle up a lot, and then you just pull gently, and there is your floss thread. Now, let me see if I can do this. I'll cut it out if it's not great. But see, I have it here really tight, and I'm gonna pick a strand. Okay, and see, it's super tight, right? Look at there's the curl. See? And in my last one, I did not get that curl except at the end. Yeah, I don't know that you can see that very well. I did not get that curl until the very end, and that's when all that thread bunched up like that. But here it is. It's all crinkly. So that's what happens. Loosen it, and then you won't get that. So that's my little tip for thread. Okay. What else? Okay. I also figured out I can't comment on everybody's comments on YouTube, and I don't know why. So Spunky Jen on Instagram and Stitchin in the Bluegrass on YouTube, she had made a comment on my last Flosstube about my plant story and, you know, whatever, and that she had recommended downloading an app for plants, and fantastic advice, but I couldn't see the whole entire comment, and I couldn't comment back on it. When I went to go click on, like it was in my comment views, but when I clicked on it, it wasn't there. Has anybody else had that problem? I mean, honest to Pete. So I'm not ignoring people. I really am not. I just can't either comment on your comment, or I just legitimately don't see it. YouTube, thank you. So if you get a heart, you know that I've seen your comment, and I've you know, commented on it. And if I know your Instagram name, I'm gonna go and message you and just let you know, hey, I'm not ignoring you. Like, thank you so much for the advice. Really appreciate it. Or your comment. I just can't comment. So if you guys have been having that problem, let me know. And if you've been able to solve it, I went everywhere. I went even onto my laptop, which I don't normally use for YouTube, and tried to figure it out. And I can't find any setting, nothing. So I don't know why. Okay. And then you guys, Needlework Expo was last weekend, and you know, the designers had been doing some sneak peeks throughout the last couple of weeks, really last month, I guess, on Instagram. And so you could see some of the charts that were being put out for Needlework Expo, which is in place of, or was a new creation because Needlework Nashville got canceled, and this year, which is such a shame, but safety comes first, you know. And so it was really cool, and being able to see. The only thing that I think is such a big difference this year is, you know, when the shopkeepers would go to Nashville, they would bring home all of the goodies, right? But with Needlework Expo, you know, it was all virtual. And so then you did your orders, and now it's coming by mail. And so things are trickling in as orders are coming. And we all know that the Postal Service is a little backed up right now. And so things may not be coming as quickly. So that instant gratification isn't quite as, the excitement and instant gratification isn't quite, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. So not to say I won't be buying as soon as they come into my LNS though. Okay, let's get into cross stitch, because that's why you're here. Okay, so I mentioned that I had not one but two finishes, and this one I did show on my Instagram. This is a small free chart that you can get from Pinker and Punkin Quilting blog, and she's got some lovely charts, and this was one that she had put out for St. Patty's Day. I finished this one. This is just a mystery green Ada that I got out of some mystery pack from Stash Unload probably. and it is You Are My Lucky Charm. I did this with the Dament, is it called Dament? Floss, which it was not fun to work with, I'm gonna say that. You need to work with short lengths. It splits a lot at the ends, and it's very coarse. But the effect is beautiful, and so I finished that, and as you notice, it's not being finished, fully finished into anything because I didn't get out to the fabric store and find anything that yeah, I just didn't. So freebie pattern freebie chart on Melissa. Melissa is on Instagram as well. She's very prolific on Instagram. She posts every day, and she's got beautiful things. So go check her out, Pinker and Punkin Quilting, and then I will link her blog and Instagram down below. And then the other thing that I finished, other piece that I finished finally was Wee Witch by Heart in Hand. And I love Heart in Hand charts, but I'm going to admit I did not love this stitch. I actually, why I kept stitching it, I don't know, but I have that personality of I don't know, but I have to finish what I start. I'm going to persevere. It might take me a long time, but I'm gonna do it most of the time. I guess sometimes I'm a quitter. I'm okay with that though. And it's not a quitter. It is not a quitter. It is, I am re-evaluating, reassessing, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Anyway, she's done. She's finally done. Do you know how many times I did the hair? Okay, note to self, when something says freeform, I can't freeform. You need to give me a sample pattern. I freeformed this girl 4 times. 4 times. I put her hair up over here. And as you can tell, they're not even. And then at this point, I don't even care. I don't even care. But I am so glad she's done. And now I just realized her mouth is not in. So she's not quite finished, but I can freeform the mouth. I can figure that out. But I backstitched. There's a little bit of backstitching in the pumpkin. I don't even know if you can see. Yeah, you can. Oh, you can. It's much better in the camera than it is in real life. So I did that. I finished adding in these little, I don't even know what these are, little stars. And then the stems on the pumpkins in her dress. And then her hair. Oh, seriously, the hair. I'm so happy it's done, and which means that this is going to be the giveaway pattern, because while I may not have loved each and every stitch, you might love each and every stitch. And so if you are interested in this pattern, let's say witch, W-I-T-C-H, witch. And, you know, normal rules apply. Please be 18. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't say giveaway. You know, you guys, all the rules that apply to a Flosstube giveaway. But I am real happy she's done. I think I did her on a 16 count coffee tea dyed baked Ada. And called for DMCs. And honestly, she is very cute, and I'm very happy she's done. One of the reasons why I liked her was because she had glasses, and I wear glasses, and you know, a witch with glasses. It's cute. But I don't know why. I just, I'm glad she's done. She is very cute. So treat or trick, take your pick. Wee Witch. Super cute. Okay, enough about that. And if you are interested in that pattern, And I will draw for that in my next regular floss tube. All right. What did I work on this week? Honestly, I was so tired. I was not feeling great, and I was a little tired. And then with Mr. G home, my schedule changed a little bit, and I didn't get as much stitching in as I thought. So, and plus, honestly, Witch, even though she's a small pattern, she took a lot of time, especially when you rip the hair out 4 times. So I did not get as much done as I kind of wanted, but I did get some things done. So let's do this one first. So in one of my Stitch With Me videos, I started this 1848 reproduction sampler by Barrick Samplers, Kathy Barrick Designs, and oh, that's a horrible glare. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. There we go. These 2 girls are so cute. So I am doing this with the DMC colors. It was done with the NPI silks, and or the model was done with NPI silks, and I'm not at that stage yet. Of course, I have a needle in here in just a second. And so it is just a small little pattern. So I finished the border, and then I got this vase in. I started working on this after, and one of the girls. So her face and neck are in, and yeah, she's very cute. I like her. This is done on, let's see here. This is done on an 18 count antique white Ada, and like I said, called for DMCs. So I did a little bit of work on that, and I enjoy that a lot. I put that in my Q-snap and 2-hand stitch, and it's very easy, mostly because the antique white Ada is very stiff, and so working in hand with it does loosen it up, you know, from the warmth of your hand. But because it's so coarse and stiff right now, it chaps my hands. And so and like I told you, I use the Naked Bee lotion, which I love, but my hands are still, you know, rough when I'm touching this fabric. And yeah, so anyways, it's just easier. My little Q-snap, that little frame that I use that I showed you, that I put on my lap. So okay, the next pattern that I worked on, and this was from the last Stitch With Me video that I showed you, the silk app. And I'm doing one of the free charts from Dorothy Kanzi. There's just a few free charts on that app, but 2 of them are samplers, and they're beautiful. And so I chose one of the samplers, which is called, what is it called? It is called Ancient Land HCH 1811. And I'm sorry I don't have a picture. We'll try and maybe throw a picture up in here somewhere. But this is what I have done so far. And in my Stitch With Me video, I had done this border up here. And did I start the alphabet? I'm not sure. And then I started the second line of alphabets and another border, another color. I think, okay, again, in the camera, this shows up, but in real life, you have a real problem seeing it because it really does blend in a lot to the fabric. So I think I'm going to, and this is ecru, I think I'm going to pull that out, and I think I'm going to use 3024, which is kind of a light gray, and I think I'm going to use that instead. and in place of the ecru. I went online and had a look to, you know, you can Google like, what did I Google? I Googled something about alternatives to ecru, DMC ecru, and I stumbled across a site, which I don't remember what it's called. And anyways, I stumbled across this site and it gave alternatives, several alternatives for all of the DMC colors. And ecru had like 5 alternatives that you could use, and this was one of them. So in putting all of my colors together, I think that adding this blue or gray, I think it'll be just fine. So I'm gonna try that and see if that looks a little better, because unfortunately, and there's a lot of ecru in this pattern, and I just don't want it to get lost. I think it just blends in way too much, and I want to be able to see it. So that was the second pattern that I worked on. And then the third pattern I worked on was Which Witch. You guys see this all the time, by LadyRobynS. And she has a name. She now has a name. I looked up, you know, witch names, and I found 2 that I liked. Well, I like them. There's several I like, but these 2 spoke to me for this pattern. Freya or Cordelia. And I chose Cordelia because in looking for additional meanings to Cordelia, it's of Celtic origin, which I'm all about. And then also Shakespeare's King Lear, Cordelia was the youngest daughter of King Lear, who was the most faithful to King Lear. And so I thought, you know, that was pretty cool. And then I'm tying it even better to Anne with an E. You guys have heard that, you know, I've watched Anne, all the series of Anne with an E. And she, you know, always has a great imagination, and Princess Cordelia was one of the names that she chose as one of her imaginary friends, and she also used it as part of her name. It was Anne Cordelia something Cuthbert Blythe, right? And so I just thought that was really cool. So Cordelia has gotten this far. She is so close. I am I would say more than 70% done. So I just need to fill in the rest of her dress here. There's a couple more flowers up here. I got her face in, and here's part of her I don't know what hair she's got going on. And then I'll start working my way up, and that's gonna be her hat here. There's a cat that goes along here, and then there's some motifs and the date and some other stuff up here. So honestly, she is getting so very close. I'm so impressed. I'm loving each and every stitch on her, each and every stitch. So this is a piece that I dyed using Priscilla and Chelsea's coffee tea dye method. I over coffeed this piece to get this color, and then I baked it. Cordelia, you've got to come up properly, girl. I baked this piece for over the time that I probably should have. And this was the effect that I got, and I love it. And I haven't been able to replicate it since. I don't know what I did, but this was one of my first pieces that I ever did. And if you are looking for a really good coffee tea dye tutorial, Stitchin' with the Housewives. Priscilla and Chelsea put out a great one. They give you good information, and yeah, I've used their tutorial several times, and every piece that I've had has come out different and interesting and cool, and I like them all. So so Miss Cordelia is going to get worked on again today, and she's my focus piece, and I try to do at least one strand each day, each night. Some nights I put in more strands because I don't always get to stitch every evening, and so I try to make up for that each day because I really want her done. And I estimate if I go on the trend that I've been going, in about 3 weeks she should be done, which means I have another focus piece. Well, I have quite a few focus pieces, but I'm trying to whittle those down, and I'm hoping I have 3 focus pieces for the year. And this was the first one. She should be done in 3 weeks, fingers crossed. And then I'll work on my Canada Day one next, because I'd love to get that done for Canada Day. We'll see. Okay, that's it. That is it. That's all I've done for my whips. I haven't even done my Whip Go goals yet. Nope. I did, however, decide on the fabric for Mary Kemp 1862, which is she the 24th? I think she's number 24 on my chart. If not, she's the other number, which it escapes me right now, 10. I don't remember. But Mary Kemp, she's all kitted up, and I decided after kitting and finding all the floss for it that I'm going to use Bestitch Me Vanilla Latte in an 18 count. So I think that that's going to look spectacular on this piece of fabric. And yeah, so she might get a start today. My goals for Whip Go are 10 hours on each project, and I still have time. So yep. Okay, let me do haul. I have haul, you guys, because whew. Okay, first let's do Stitchy Kindness though. I received a very lovely thank you note from one of my subscriber / winners, and the note inside was beautiful. Thank you so much. And she knows my love of Anchor Floss, of Anchor Black, and she included a skein of Anchor Black. So thank you very much, and thank you, because I have a project that needs quite a few Anchor Blacks, and so I'm going to add this to that kit. So thank you. And you guys, you know that it's not necessary, you know, when you win something, but I love it. I love getting like little things in the mail, just like I love giving little things in the mail. I love receiving them too. So thank you so much. And then I also received a Happy Patty's Day, St. Patty's Day card. My first St. Patty's Day card. Thank you so much. I was so surprised when I saw this in my mail. I love it. So I'm going to put it up here. And thank you so much. I love that. I do. I love getting, it just makes your day. You know, when you go to the mailbox and you see all the junk mail and the bills, though I don't really get bills anymore. They're all online. But, you know, it's just so nice seeing a little happy mail in between all the junk, and it just makes your day. It just makes your day. So thank you so much. Okay, I had to clean out my car in prep for this hutch that I purchased, which actually I couldn't get in my car, and the nice gentleman decided to deliver it for me instead, because it was just a little too wide for my car. And through no fault of either mine or theirs, the measurements did not go from edge to edge of the decorative pieces on the edges. And so it was unfortunate, but we live close enough to each other that he decided to deliver it to me, thank goodness. because I really wanted that piece. But before I got there, I had to clean out my car, and I found, you guys are gonna die laughing, I found one of my last boxes from Cotton and Twine. So last year, for over a year, I subscribed to this Cotton and Twine subscription box, and I found one of the boxes in my car, and it's from August, you guys. Like, how bad is that? That's really bad. So really quick, I'll show you the design. I no longer do the subscription boxes, but if you are looking for a subscription box, they come from the UK. I think very reasonably priced, given that you get everything that you need. You get the pattern, you get the materials to finish it, you get the fabric, the floss, a needle. Like, seriously, you get everything you possibly need. And then there's goodies. And it's packaged so beautifully. This was August, and it's called Summer. Yes, it's called Summer. And so it came with the fabric to finish. And then also, what are these? Artist block, canvas artist block, for you to finish that piece with. And then you get your bag of goodies that has the floss, the all the things that you need to make the pattern. This is to finish the pattern. And then you get some little goodies. And so there was some coffee, some cookies. I'm going to check the date and see if these cookies are still good. Though they've been in my car and it's been hot and cold, hot and cold. I don't know, would they be good? I might test that. I like all things sweet. And then there was this really pretty needle minder that was included as well. So that, I mean, honestly, again, if you're looking for a subscription box and that you can get monthly, they have very cute designs. I just have so many of them and have not actually used them. Clearly, because I had an August box in my car and it is March. Seriously, Lisa. No shame. No. Okay. Then a couple of my of the months came. And the first one was the February fabric of the month from Be Stitch Me. And this is called Sand Dollar. Beautiful, neutral. I'm in her neutral club, and I get the 18 count, and I love her fabrics, and they're beautiful. Plus, Brandy is just a very generous, spirited soul, and I don't know how she's doing it. I really don't. Like, Brandy girl. And then I also belong to her Silk of the Month club, and this was February's reds. So there are 50 skeins of different reds in here. There's a variegated one of red and black. Man, I think that that is beautiful. Like, I could see that as a Queen of Hearts. In a Queen of Hearts pattern. And then my Color and Cotton club came as well. This is January's fabric of the month, and it just came. I know everybody's behind because fabric's behind, and you know, dyeing, and then the mail, the postal service. So but yes, so this one just came. This is called Marzipan. I'm also in the neutral club. I get this one in a 16 count Aida. And that's really pretty. And then I also am part of just a very small Floss of the Month club. I only get 3 flosses. I might need to up that a little. And from Color and Cotton. And this is January's neutral. 3 pretty neutral flosses. And then my bag of the month from Garon Toten Bags came. And oh my gosh, I love this one. Look at this bag of the month. Look at the shamrocks. Well, yeah. And they've got the Celtic. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. The clovers and it's so pretty. And I have a tattoo that is the Irish Mother's Love Knot. I think it's the Irish Mother's Love Knot. I think so. And there's some of this design is in my tattoo. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, this is so pretty. And then on the inside, all these pretty shamrocks or clovers. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then of course, I also get the grime guard, and I went up to an 11 by 17, and because that's what fits in these bags. And beautiful, beautiful workmanship. If you are looking for a bag of the month, they probably have a waiting list. In fact, I'd almost guarantee that there's a waiting list. Ronnie, I'm sure, is working his little fingers to the bone, and but I know he does everything he can to accommodate. So get on the list, because you might be surprised. People drop out, you know, things happen, and hopefully you won't have to stay on that list for very long. Then let's see here. Under the Woolen Willow on Etsy, every Friday she posts items for sale that she has made throughout the week, and you gots to be fast. She posts, I don't remember what time it is in her time, but she's a couple of hours ahead of me, I believe. No, she is a couple hours. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 hours though. And so you've got to be fast when she posts. And so a couple of Fridays ago, she posted a tomato, and I got me a tomato. I've been trying for so long to get a tomato. I'm always able to get one of the skinny pillows most of the time, but a tomato has eluded me, and I finally got a tomato. So I was so excited. So well made. I mean, look at the size of this tomato. Fits in my hand, and it's got a nice weight to it. So lovely. Oh my goodness. And then also I was lucky, and I got a lucky pillow. You know, it's funny because as much as I love Irish/Scottish things, I don't have that many, and I don't decorate very much for St. Patrick's Day, and which is odd because, I mean, I dress up, but I don't decorate as much. And so now I'm like, why have I not done that? Why have I not done that? And so I'm super thrilled. I was able to get a lucky pillow, and then I also got this little tiny pillow. And so these will be part of my small little Irish display for St. Patrick's Day. So I got that, and I'll link her details below, but she's on Etsy. And like I said, you got to be fast when she posts. Okay, and then I have a lot of US bags. And in fact, I'll show you one that I just bought too. But I'm Canadian. I am a Canadian girl, and I desperately want a Canadian fabric bag, project bag. And I have not been able to find one yet. I've found Canadian designers, you know, people who are making project bags, but I haven't found a Canadian bag yet. Like, and probably because those will come out closer to Canada Day. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the fabric isn't something in demand right now, but it is to me. And so I really want a Canadian bag. And so I started looking for Canadian fabric, and Canadian fabric being like the Canadian maple leaf, or something that has, like, you know, the Canadian colors in it, which are red and white. But sorry. But I really wanted, you know, that kind of fabric. And so anyways, I went online and did some surfing late at night because I don't sleep. And I found this seller in Canada. She's actually, was she like in Vancouver? Close. Maybe, I want to say she was close. I could be wrong. I don't know. I did a lot of surfing. Anyways, I found this seller, and I'll try and remember to link below. And she had some Canadian fabrics that made my heart so happy. So here is one with our Canadian flag in just the red and white as normal. But here's another version with the black background and the red and white flag. And then just the maple leaves on red fabric on a red background, which I absolutely love. So I'm either gonna have to learn how to sew or find a wonderful person who will take my fabrics and make me a beautiful bag. I have some of those people. And then she had these adorable Scotty dogs. And in my family, Scotty dogs are a big thing. My mother loves Scotties. And my dad would have definitely had a Scotty if they didn't travel so much. They would have had a Scotty. But my aunt had one. And they just, when I saw this fabric, and you know, it's just cute. It's just super cute. And I just see maybe finding a black and white, you know, check kind of pattern like this as the plain, and this is as the pattern would be super, super cute. So I think I got a half yard of each. Reasonable prices, super reasonable shipping from Canada. And like, I'm not even kidding. I ordered it maybe 8 days ago and it was here yesterday. Yeah. Within 8 days, I received this from Canada. So crazy how the Postal Service works. Okay. Then, one of my favorite project bag designers, Goose Denise, Goose Design. She posts all the time on Instagram and like every day. And I love that. But what she does is she posts all her new bags. And so every day I see, you know, and she doesn't post a new bag every day, but when she does post, I see them all the time. And I'm like, Denise, you're killing me, girl. Like, you got to stop, because I just need to buy every single time you post them. They're so pretty. But she posted this fabric, this bag, and I was like, I dropped everything I was doing. I dropped everything I was doing and got onto Etsy and bought this bag immediately. It's gnomes. It's gnomes. Look at these little garden gnomes in their pots. And oh my God, it's so cute. There's her card. There's her card. And okay, Denise, is that a 2x2? I'm going to have to measure that, because this might be, and somebody actually suggested this might be a good corner gauge too, if you're looking for, you know, how to measure your fabric for a border. I don't know if this is a 3x3 or a 2x2. I'm going to measure it and find out. But that is her card, and it comes in every bag. And then, but how cute is this? Vinyl front. And then this is her signature zipper pull. And then you guys can see that, but that's the inside, obviously, vinyl. And then the inside fabric, so cute, right? Like the colors, everything. As soon as I saw this, and I love me some gnomes, love gnomes. They're adorable. And yeah, and then because she's kind and generous and lovely, she put in a pal for me as well. So Denise, I can't thank you enough. I mean, really, you are so generous, and I just am so blown away. Her craftsmanship is wonderful. I can't say enough. If you are looking for a project bag and a vinyl fronted, you know, project bag, go and check out Denise at Goose Design on Etsy, and follow her on Instagram, because you will see lovely lovelies. But look at this Project Pal, or Pal, I guess it's just called a Pal. Look at those gnomes and the snail. And I mean, it's so cute. Thank you, Denise. So happy when I get a bag from you. And then Christine from Stitch All the Things, she is posting bags randomly. Not randomly. I think that she's decided maybe Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays during the week, she'll post bags either of those days. And I was on a call when I got the notification that came through that Stitch All the Things destash posted a thing. And I was like, say what? So I immediately, you know, put the call on mute and went to destash all the things. It's Stitch All the Things destash on Instagram. And I was lucky and got this bag here. So it's got, this is a glitter vinyl front. It is quilted. Look at this bag. It is quilted and in this lovely patriotic fabric. It is lovely. I mean, just the whole presentation, it's beautiful. So Stitch All the Things destash, if you are lucky, and I tell you, you have to be lucky, because you best have me please in there within the first 30 seconds of her posting, even less, because they're gone. So, and her bags are beautiful as well. Okay, last but not least, I had a me day yesterday because I was going to get my hair done, and then I was looking after the little last night while her mom and Brendan went to a friend dinner, and so I just really took the whole entire day and to do shopping and just have a me day. And my very first stop was at my LNS. And funny enough, so I had this whole plan in my head. I was going to the LNS, I was going to go to the quilt store, the fabric store, I was going to Hobby Lobby, and then I was going to go to Puyallup, which is where my hair girl is, and go to Tacoma Boys for salad dressing, because this salad dressing is the bomb and we need to have it in my house. And then, you know, I was going to do Goodwill and the home goods store out there because it's fantastic. And Michael's, Joann's, you know, all the stores. And then the Hobby Lobby out there and get my hair done. And then I also had to go to Habitat for Humanity because I bought a clock. We're not going to talk about it. And then go, you know, to babysit. Well, I spent so much time at my LNS gabbing. Clearly, you guys, I gab on my, I mean, I don't know where the time goes. Anyways, an hour and a half later, I was like, okay, not gonna go to the fabric store and not gonna go to, you know, the Hobby Lobby out here. I'll just, you know, mosey myself out to all the other places. I didn't even make it, you guys. Traffic was so bad. It was so bad. And so I made it to the Goodwill, which there was nothing. And I made it to Tacoma Boys. That was the most important part, to pick up said salad dressing and a beautiful bottle of wine. And I did get to the Hobby Lobby, but that was, and of course got my hair done. But then, and I did make it to the Habitat for Humanity store to pick up my clock. And it's just a small little mantle clock. And then got to their house to babysit the little. And so anyways, an hour and a half at my LNS. It was just the two of us in the store for a very long time. And yeah, so it was fun. It's always fun for me to see Denise. But one of the reasons why I went, I was going to go on Friday, but the little wouldn't come with me. And so I was just like, that's fine, I'll do it on Saturday. But Denise had called me Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't remember which day. And she said that this book that I had ordered came in. and it's the Samplers Company Ultimate Sampler Motif Source Book by Brenda Keys. And I had asked her like a month ago if she was able to order this book, and she did. And so she's got some extra copies. If you are looking for this book, she does have some extra copies in her store. And so if you are looking for this motif book, but this whole entire, where did I see this? Probably on Brenda and the Serial Starter, who are great enablers. Every time I watch their Flosstube, I find something else that I have to buy. And so thanks, ladies. But anyways, I think it was them that showed this book. I think. So Denise ordered it, and like I said, she's got a few copies left in the store if you are interested. And this book is just chock filled with goodie samplers. Like, it's just motifs for samplers. It's beautiful. I'll probably never ever use it, but it's going to look beautiful on my shelf. So there's that. And then while I was there, I mean, I needed a lot of floss. That's another reason why I was going, not only because she called me and told me that this book was in, but I also had to buy a plethora. Look at all this floss. This is for some of my, it's really the rest of the floss for some kits that I've already mostly kitted up, but I was missing those flosses. So I had to buy those. And then of course, I can't leave the store without buying fabric, because I don't know that I have enough fabric. I do. But I found this putty / khaki 18 count fabric. Oof. So just a you know, piece. It's not very wide. It's super long. Like, it would be a good band sampler one. So we'll see. And then Icelandic beige seems to be one of my go-to. I really like that color. It's one I'm using for that sampler from the Silk app. So I picked up another piece of that in a bigger size, because some of my samplers are bigger than I expected, and an 18 by 21 piece is not, it does not give me enough border. And then I said to her, Denise, what do we have in 18 count neutral fabric that that I need to buy? And she was like, well, I have these. And so this is parchment. Is it parchment? Parchment. So I picked up a yard of parchment, because go big or go home. So now I have a lot of, which again is good, because I do have some bigger samplers that I need to do on bigger pieces. And then I was going through the patterns, and even when I put this on the counter, she goes, oh, I don't remember that one. Okay, well, I bought it. So, what is it? Sarah's Christmas Urn by Shakespeare's Peddler. How pretty. Oh, for goodness sakes. How pretty is that? So I picked that up as well. It was not a huge, like, I didn't buy a plethora of things, mainly because, again, she has not received, you know, the charts, many of the charts for Needlework Expo. But while I was there, the mail lady came, and so I was able, and she had the weeks and some patterns that came. And so, I got the missing weeks that I didn't get. She had that in the order, so I was able to get that. And then Satsuma Street's charts came in, and while I was there, but there wasn't anything in there that I mean, they're beautiful, but I'm holding out. So so they're trickling in, and as they come in, I'll wait a couple of weeks and I'll go again and see what she has. And of course, she knows what I like, and she'll call me if anything comes in that I desperately need to have. So for the winners of the last Flosstubes share giveaway, I had 2 to put up for the giveaway. And the first one, the rabbit, is going to Vicky Bento. Vicky Bento, you are the winner of this little rabbit. So if you get a hold of me, which I will have linked down below, but it's crossbyfloss@yahoo.com, and I'll get that mailed out to you ASAP. And then the second one was this little mummy chart with the extras for this share, and you had to say Mummy and Fran Cohen. You were the winner of this one. So again, get a hold of me by my Yahoo email, which is crossedbyfloss@yahoo.com, and give me your address and I will get these sent out to you ASAP. I get to the post office, but not daily, and they also close early, and so I will get these out as soon as I can with the schedule that I have, but they will get out to you. So congratulations to you both, and yay. Okay, let's do Spotlight on a Stitcher. So this one's kind of twofold. It's a spotlight on a stitcher, but also I'm going to tell you about a couple patterns. So I found this Flosstuber a couple of months ago. In fact, I think that she popped up because she was like a new Flosstuber, and it's Jean from Monticello Stitches. Stitches, Monticello Stitches, and I'll link that down below as well. But she's got 8 videos, and she started stitching when she was young. Her family is very into, they're multi-craftual, and her grandma did a lot of sewing and just a lot of things. And I guess she used to live next door to her grandma, and so her grandma taught her how to cross stitch and sew and do all the things. And so that's been a part of her life. And she shows in her videos not only her cross stitching, but also some of the other things that she does, but quilts. You guys, her quilts, they're beautiful. And she makes big quilts, like not lap-size quilts or a wall hanging, you know, no, big quilts, big, elaborate, beautiful colored quilts, gorgeous. Anywho, she, because of some health issues, she started stitching again, and then thought, hey, I would like to design. So she reached out to a designer and asked, you know, what do you use and all the things, got some advice, and started doing her own designs. And then, you know, she was a flight attendant for a long time. And then COVID hit, of course, and the airlines started losing a lot of revenue, of course, as everybody did. And they started offering packages to people, and so she took early retirement. And it wasn't expected, but you know, it was just, I guess, too good of an offer. And so she decided to do that, and then thought, well, that means that, you know, I'm going to be able to get my business up off the ground and start really designing. And she has. And so she actually was part of Needlework Expo last weekend, and I guess she was in, if you watch Flosstube 8, I think it is, she talks about her experience with Needlework Expo. It's actually really cool for just like a patron, you know, somebody who just buys all the things. It's just really interesting to hear the experience. And because she's a new designer this year, she was put into a virtual room with a couple of other new designers. And so she talks about her experience and you know, getting to know other designers and that kind of thing. It's really interesting. Now she's had an Etsy store. She's got an Etsy store where she's got some patterns, and she doesn't have like a whole load of patterns or anything, but what she does have is beautiful. Her patterns on Etsy are PDF, and I think she mentioned, I've watched all of her videos. I think she mentioned that she was working with a printer to get paper charts to go to stores, but that you had the option maybe on her Etsy to either get a pattern paper or the PDF. Don't quote me on that. But I purchased a couple of her patterns and in PDF off of her Etsy store, which is Monticello Stitches. Again, I'll link that below. All the links will probably go up by tomorrow, so you know, don't get excited if you don't see them right away. I will have them. Or you can go to Etsy and just search Monticello Stitches, which is let me get it right, Monticello Stitches. So here are the two patterns that I chose from her Etsy shop. A gentle needle. And the great thing about these is that she likes historical samplers. And so I think the premise is, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the premise is that she takes pieces from historical patterns, historical pieces, and implements them into her patterns. And then she does, you know, her own designing. And, but I think she gets the inspiration from the historical samplers, which she really likes. And I love that. I think that repurposing and having a different spin on things along with the historical is always good, because I think that history is very important, and having things from the past keeps us grounded to, you know, where we came from to where we are. And so I feel it's important, but also having new things, new ideas is also important, because it's how we grow. Anyway, so one of the things that I like about her patterns is that so far, everything that I have seen has been 2/2. Or I'm sorry, you can easily stitch on Aida, which I learned. That's actually how you say Ada. It's Aida, correctly. I'm always going to forget, but Denise told me the other day that yes, it's Aida. So anyway, so far what I have noticed is that she stitches everything 2/2, and so that means that it is easily adapted to anything Aida. If you like samplers and are always afraid because you don't know if you can do them, anything that is 2/2, as long as there is no 1/1, it is easily incorporated into an Aida. However, you also can incorporate a 1/1 pattern into Aida, but it is harder. It is harder. Not impossible. So anyways, that's what this one, it looks like. And I mean, just look at these beautiful motifs, the peacocks down here and this urn. I mean, it's beautiful, just beautiful. The colors are beautiful. I love these little parrots up here. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. So I'm actually really looking forward to this. And I will say that the chart is wonderful, very clear symbols, the colors, clear instructions are great. And also what she's got on hers, at the bottom of the chart, on the page, there's and it's not, all of the symbols on here are not exactly every one that's on the page, but at least you don't have to refer to the color key. If you have your pages right there, you can see the key down on the bottom of the pages as well. Anyway, here is the second one, called A Friend of All. And if I recall correctly, this hymn was sung at Princess Diana's funeral, and so a portion of it. And So it says, I would be friend of all, the foe, the friendless. I would be giving and forget the gift. I would be humble, for I know my weakness. I would look up and laugh and love and lift. And again, look at the motifs. And I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, I actually really want to start this now. I do. I have an 18 count Aida that I think would look beautiful on this. Now I printed my front page in color, but I printed my pattern in black and white. And like I said, the symbols are really good, nice, clean, sharp, beautiful. So if you are looking for a new designer that you would like to support, Jean of Monticello Stitches on Etsy. And like I said, I'll link that info below. All my links will probably go up by tomorrow on Monday. They're typically up by Monday. There's always so many of them. So, and it takes me a while to copy and paste and make sure that I have the right links. So I try to get those up. So I think that is all. I think that's all. We did the giveaways. We did a spotlight on a stitcher. We did whips. We did all the things. Haul. Yeah. So plans. Okay, next month is my birthday. And I'm an April baby. And last year I did an All Hallows Sal. I think that's the hashtag I chose on Instagram. And basically I started a Halloween-ish pattern every day. And I have been finishing those slowly. And I think I'm trying to think of what I actually want to do for this year's birthday. I know it's going to be a Halloween pattern. In fact, I did not bring it. So in my next video, I'll show it. But I think I'm going to do, what was it? Halloween 2 by Cottage Garden Samplings, the second Halloween pattern that goes with the first one. Oh, I wish I had it. I think I might just do that pattern. No, I'm not, because there's also some Blackbird ones too. So I might do a couple of patterns for the month of April. I don't know that I'm going to do a pattern a day. That was a lot. It was a lot of prep. And yeah, it was a lot. So I don't know that I'm going to do that again this year. I don't know. Plans always change, right? Yeah. So, and then for the rest of today, I'm going to do, I'm going to get my whip go pieces out and make a stab at getting something in them. And probably kitting up a couple more projects because there's a few here in my pile I want to start. Okay, anyway, enough blabbing. I think that I did it all, right? Yeah. Have a great week. Have a wonderful stitchy week. Continue wearing your masks just because you're vaccinated. Please continue wearing your mask and washing the hands. And, you know, be safe, be healthy. And next week I'll be back for a Stitch With Me video. And I think that this week my kitted video, my kitted projects video will be up. I think so. I'll also be doing the third coat on my cabinet back there, and hopefully by the next video you'll see it and it will have some things in it. I have to do some moving around. It's just not enough time, you guys. Plus I'm exhausted thinking about it. All right, well, anyways, happy Valentine's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Drink something green, you know, do your little jig, and I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.